Gentlemen, welcome to Mantelligence. I'm here today with Larry and Kay to talk about something really interesting. Kay and I were watching something entertaining the other day.
Yeah, it was about how to successfully approach women and not be creepy.
I enjoyed it a lot and it got me thinking about making our own version of this video. Our project, the 5 top latest ways to easily talk to a girl, is creative and useful for people who want to know how to talk to women. You're going to love learning about the best tricks to approach women and talk with them without being disrespectful or creepy. We'll also be sharing with you a juicy secret that you need to know. The number one thing you should avoid when approaching girls will be revealed at the end, so I hope you stay with us until then. Let's begin.
Number 5, look into my eyes. If you want to know how to talk to a girl, the best lesson you're going to learn is about timing. The first thing you should look out for is if a woman wants to be approached. Knowing how to tell if a woman wants to be approached is simple if you're sensitive enough to see if she's interested. If you can create an instant connection with just a look, you'll know she's open to talking to you. Otherwise, she would just look the other way. Before you approach her, see if she responds to your casual glances in her direction. Check if she nods at you or smiles at you. Then you'll know she wants you to talk to her. It's important for you to also pay attention on how she responds to you because she'll also show signs if she doesn't want you to approach her. If you see that she has a closed-off aura and she keeps to herself, or if she's in the company of some friends, it's in your best interest to stay away and find someone who's open to talking to you. It'll save you time, effort, and embarrassment, so make sure that you pay close attention to how open she's going to be to speaking to you. There are several signs that a woman doesn't want to talk to you, like body language and signals, but if you want to know more about it, check out this video on the 10 signs a woman wants to be approached, how to tell if she wants to talk to you.
Number 4, that's beside the point. Knowing how to approach women you like is heavily influenced by your body language. When you approach a woman, you have to go the extra lengths to make her feel comfortable. After all, you want her to feel safe enough to talk to you. If you want to know how to talk to beautiful women and not be creepy, approach her from the side. Women are typically on high alert when they're surrounded by strangers, especially when men are around. So it's important you approach her from the side. When a woman is approached from the front, she'll feel vulnerable and unsafe, especially if the man walks at an aggressive pace. When you approach a woman from the side, she won't feel like she's being attacked because she can see you from the corner of her eye. She can also prepare herself for what's to come, so it's a much more comfortable experience rather than if you approach her from the back or in the front. It's also important not to make any gestures or actions that might make her feel uncomfortable. Any sudden movements or inappropriate touching are definite no-nos when you want to keep her company. Guys, it's simple. Just make sure you approach her with a calm and safe energy, and she'll be more than happy to talk and get to know you.
Number 3, what are we talking about here? It's important to have good topics handy when you're figuring out how to approach a woman. You need to be ready with interesting stuff to talk about before you approach women because it'll be embarrassing and traumatizing for you to actually walk up to a girl, and once you open your mouth, nothing sensible comes out. Or worse, you might end up talking about the weather, which is something that nobody ever wanted to talk about because it's the worst kind of small talk ever. Unless there's a tidal wave coming, the weather should be last on your list of things to talk about. Figuring out what to talk about on a first date or even a first meeting should involve things that matter. You have to prove that you're worth talking to. So talk about stuff that she'd probably deem valuable, such as career, family, and unique experiences. Prove that she wouldn't be wasting her time talking to you and taking her attention off of her friends or her alone time. You can even get a feel for her interests when you open up a bunch of little topics. See which ones she latches onto, and you'll have a great talk with her until the night ends.
We hope you've been enjoying these useful tips and tricks because we've had a blast sharing them with you. We're nearly at the end of the video, so I hope you'll stay tuned to find out the juiciest secret we have to tell. You'll be glad to know the number one thing you need to avoid when approaching a woman. But first, let's get back to the last 2 items on our list. Number 2, what's your Oh no! If you want to know how to pick up women, it would be a good idea for you to pace yourself. Like I said before, when approaching women, your best friend is timing. Knowing the signs she wants to talk to you is not the only thing you should be thinking about. If you're already talking to a girl, I don't need to tell you how to have a conversation. But what I do need to tell you is this important bit of information right here. When you're having a conversation with a woman, be cautious when you ask for her number. Don't ask for it right away. It would kill the authenticity of the moment when you do things too quickly. Pacing is important in this case because you got to find the perfect time to ask for a number. When you get her number, it's signaling the next step of your interaction. Plus, sometimes women are hesitant to give out their number when it's still early in the interaction. They also want to avoid giving out something of theirs that's so personal. So make sure that you ask this when you see that she's feeling comfortable around you. If you do this right, you're going to be talking to her more than you expect. For you to do this right, check out this video on the 5 signs she wants to talk to you. Do not miss this.
Number 1, don't look back. Once you're already a little familiar with how to approach a girl, it's also time to consider when you should walk away from a girl. If you respect her and her time, you can talk to her for a while, but know when it's time to leave her to her friends or to her alone time. After you've covered all your bases and you've talked for some time, it's probably best to say something like, "Hey, I don't want to take up the rest of your time, but I really enjoyed talking to you. Can I ask for your number before we part ways?" That way, she'll feel like you're still interested in talking to her after your interaction. It won't seem like you're abandoning her or that you didn't enjoy her company. Plus, when you walk away, it preserves the authenticity and the magic of the moment you two were together. It'll be a good idea to do this, I swear.
Now that you're equipped with all the necessary tips and tricks to approaching girls and talking to them, you need to be fully aware of what to avoid when you speak to women for the first time. Here's the secret. Don't touch her. If you're approaching a woman and talking to her for the first time, keep your hands to yourself. Gentlemen, you'd be giving her the space she needs and the respect she deserves when you keep your hands visible and close to your own body. If she's the one touching you and you feel okay with it, then match her energy and make a few safe touches yourself. But if she doesn't, take my advice and keep your hands to yourself.
What are your ways to be confident? We like learning from you, too. Go ahead and share your answers in the comments section below.
It's in your best interest to use these tips on how to approach a woman, so you'll not only know how to approach a woman, but also tell if a woman wants to be approached. If you need some more help, this video on the 10 signs a woman wants to be approached, how to tell if she wants to talk to you, might just be the best resource out there.